Reserves, Lion, who is not here, and he's offline. Enemy Killer, Cubzone, JP, JP Iffy, and Jammy Rules. I think we're out to just go like this, because I don't know who the hell else that call up here. I'm messaging Sonny, see if he wants the race. Because he's not great at this track, so maybe. Mm-hmm. El Sonny. El Sonny says, sure, depends when. I was like, no. Dude. Yeah. Sure. Alright, Shaq says he will come. Yeah. Yep, he's coming. Good old Shaq. Yep. He's he's still showing. Oh, there he is. He's in game. He'll be here 2 seconds. Oh, I need to change PC. Right, he's him. Right, so we go. Let's go. Ready,
Welcome to Azerbaijan, one of the most challenging circuits on the Formula 1 calendar. With its 90-degree bends and flat-out straights, it requires the drivers to push to the absolute limit. But there are walls around here in the streets of Baku waiting to punish those who push it too far. Let's have a hot lap with Ferrari driver Wimpy. Yes, here we are on board the Ferrari with Mr. EGL himself, Wimpy, as he's approaching turn 2 just after the 100-meter boards, in nice and tight, not too tight. You want to avoid those inside curbs. You want to avoid the curbs in general in Baku like the plague. They will unsettle the car tremendously. Heavy braking zone coming up here, and you again avoid that inside curb. It'll throw you out onto that wall, but you want to run out as fast as hard as you can. 50-meter boards, heavy on the brakes, switching down to the second gear there, and then coming up into number, what is it, 5 and 6 I believe. Easy to lock up here, a little bit of curb, and then as we are approaching now the most challenging sector of Baku, as we are coming to the castle section. Many incidents can be caught up here. Just after 50-meter boards, third gear, cutting a little bit of a curve and guiding the car up around the wall, trying to keep good control of the car, not letting it get away from you, because you can lose a mass amount of time getting it wrong here. A little bit of a breather as we are navigating these few corners, and then just after the black box, heavy braking zone, very difficult braking zone here. Some people do manage to get away by cutting that inside line, but sticking nice and wide out to the wall. A little bit of curb, not too much. You don't want to throw yourself out too far. And then this is it. All the difficult work has been done. It's just navigating these beautiful sweeping lefts and rights, and it's just giving it everything you've got. All that power the Ferrari can give you. Flat out, full attack, DRS opened, willing your car to just cut through that air, crosses the line, and that completes the lap of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're joining us for one more We Hit Baku this season. I thought it was over, but it's made a return. The Tier 4 drivers decided they wanted to go and try it at Baku today. So here we are, and joining me in the commentary booth, as always, is Icewind. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Fine this Friday afternoon, thanks. Good to be back at Baku. It's always an interesting race here, plenty of action, and good overtaking spots, and the walls are always close there, so incidents are never far away. So I think we'll have an interesting race here, to say the least. And for this week we have Mr. Wimpy as the guest driver, which is sort of a thing that we introduce here each week. So he will be starting at the back of the field and race some of these new guys that we're testing out here today.
Yeah, very much looking forward to see how Wimpy does against Tier 4 guys. It's always a bit nervous as one of the higher tier drivers to come down to Tier 4, and the pressure's on because this is Baku. I think Wimpy was very much up for this at the start of the week, but as the race came closer, he was just thinking about am I going to survive Baku? Am I actually going to finish this race? It is a tough one to get through without any damage, and Wimpy, he's on an outlap at the minute, but he isn't going to set a time. He's going to pull into the pits here, I imagine, because he is going to start from the very back in this race.
He's just doing one outlap to get the feel for the track, and and that McLaren that is driving today. So yep, there he goes. He retires from the session. So we'll see Wimpy racing these guys hard in a few minutes' time.
Yeah, he has to do it the hard way. Like yourself, last week, you started at the back. You got yourself up to P2 and not far off P1. I think you got a 5-second time penalty, which would have made you give you the.
For the overtaking a ghosted lapped car, which sort of lifted, and I couldn't really do anything about it. Anyway, it was a lot of fun, and I think it was quite clean as well. I got to race a lot of people, and yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, and it was a fairly clean race as well. I imagine with this being Baku, you're thinking already safety cars, carnage from wing damage. So Wimpy has to make his way through all of that, and then as well as on top of that, pass cars and try to get a like from the very. It's basically the last to first challenge we're doing here, really.
Yeah, indeed. And well, you have plenty of overtaking opportunities here on this track, at least on the two long DRS straights. The rest of the track is a little bit of a twisty. Oh, and there is actually enemy killer has died at the castle section. I saw him there without a wheel. So, yeah, as I was about to say, some of the sections on this track are very very narrow. Probably the most narrow sections on the entire calendar, right? The castle section, and we've already seen the first victim there. So enemy killer is crashed out in that Williams, and he will not set a time for this session.
Yeah, so just while we have a lull in the action here, JP50 on top, Mehmet.
He's also the first guy to set a time.
Yeah, 1:39.8, not a bad time, but I imagine that is going to be beaten fairly soon. Mehmet TV is on the sauce with a P2 1:39.9. Legend, who we saw the other day, just yesterday actually, win the Tier 2 race. He's only P3 at the minute, but he is on the medium time, so he might opt to put on the soft boots and see how he does there. But we were talking a wee bit before the race, this strat really is medium hard, so starting on the mediums is a big advantage. But then again, you throw in the safety cars into the mix, and it can throw things. Yeah, all pit strategies go out the window.
Yeah, exactly. So the optimal strategy is definitely, if you're sort of discounting all of these traffic safety cars incidents or whatnot, it's medium hard for sure.
Yeah.
But we saw in, for example, SLR Tier 1, Pretorius did gambled. He put himself on pole on the softs, and he got a safety car just on lap, was it 5 or 6 or whatever, which is pretty much perfect for him. And he, I think he finished a brilliant P2 back then.
Yeah, it was a good call from him. It can make or break your races. Nico Rosbot on a lap here. We know he's one of the faster guys here, as is Andre actually, who's making his way through Sector 2 for the castle section. But yeah, these guys are capable of taking pole position here and potentially winning this race. There's quite a number of guys actually in Tier 4 are quite fast. You think Tier 4 is going to be the slowest tier, but in fact it has some very fast guys. Legend, he won Tier 2 race yesterday, so that shows you how fast he is. Nico Rosbot has always been able to give Legend a run for his money. Andre has been very fast as well. We're missing John today, but another guy who I think is very fast is JP50, who we saw in the last race. He performed very, very well. He was up there with the front runners for most of the race.
On board with Andre for this his attempt. He's yet to set a time here, but he's charging down the main straight toward turn 1, a hard braking zone. At a 90-degree corner, you want to catch that curb a little bit on the inside there. He does it just about well, and there is a Toro Rosso ahead of him who's in some sort of trouble. Yep, he's through turn 2 already. And then we have the first or second DRS zone, depending how you look at it, and he's got some traffic ahead of him here. And another 90-degree corner, so that's pretty much what this Baku circuit is all about. You brake in a straight line, and then you have to sharp turn in sharp. And Andre 35.5 for the first sector, so he's a couple of tenths down from JP Iffy at the moment. JP Fifi, sorry. And yeah, approaching the castle section, so this is probably the most narrow section of the entire calendar in F1, and he, yep, very aggressive through there. Always a bit scary with the walls coming at you, but he's survived it pretty well. And coming up to the difficult turn 15, let's see what he chooses to do here. You can either cut the curb or go around it. He chooses to cut it and leans a little bit on the wall outside. I don't know if he picked up damage for that. I don't think so. Then opening up to the last section of the lap, which is basically easily flat out in these cars nowadays, through the fast chicane, and then approaching the DRS point, which is right there. He opens it up and cross the line. Let's see where he ends up. P3, just 2 tenths shy of pole, and okay.
And Nico is abandoned his lap, so he's run out of time to get a time on the board. Interested to see what he can do though. He is, as we say, a very fast guy, but Andre P3 for now on mediums, so a very solid lap from him.
And impressed with this JP Fifi, because he was the very first guy to set a time on the board, and he set that on the mediums, and he's still on top of the pack at the moment. That's pretty good.
Yeah, shout out to the guys in chat. We've got Sonny, we've got Gerla, who's moved up to Tier 2. He actually got promoted to Tier 3 from Tier 4, and within a week or two he was up to Tier 2, so we'll expect to see him in Tier 1 by next week. Yeah, and he's asked why is Shaq racing. Shaq is a Tier 3 driver full-time, but we had 2 spots left, so we felt Shaq could do with some track time. He's always up for a race, and he's running no assists, so we'll see how he does in Baku. Get a last-minute invite was sent out to him, and he's always up for the challenge. That's why I kind of considered him for the seat. So at the minute where is he? P14 on soft, so just getting up to speed, I imagine. These are probably qualifying session's more like a practice session for him, just to get a feel for the track.
Time, I think, so he's heading back to the pits, and I think he should have time for one more run here. And we have some action at the top of the board. So Legend actually goes. We saw Mehmet actually pick it up for a second there, 39.1, but Legend instantly beats that with a 38.3 on the soft tire compound.
Max as well, up P4, well, 149.9. Yep. Who else? We got, I think, who was I looking at there?
Out there again on those mediums.
Yeah, JP Fifi, I think he just left the pits there. He's responding to that pole time.
He's just started his second hot lap, but he's again out there on those same mediums that he already went out on once, unless I'm seeing a glitch here or something. But at least for me, he's out there on the mediums, and we know that you can only get one set of mediums for a race, so that'll be his second lap on them.
Yeah, some tracks that kind of favors the second lap, or maybe it's just the driver kind of preference. I know I'm kind of like that on my second lap. I just feel a wee bit like the first one's like a practice run almost, but obviously it's not great in terms of tire wear. If you qualify in the top 10, you will have one extra lap on those tires.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a risk because I know the rear tires are a bit of a rear tire wear in general is a bit of a problem here at Baku. So we'll see how he can do with those prop mediums that he's most likely gonna start this race on.
Oh, and Cubson as well, P3, got himself in the mix.
Let's see, and I think JP has abandoned this lap because he's gone to Eros mode 0, so maybe if he pits right now, he might still have time to go out on those softs at the end of the session. Yep, he's gonna pit.
I'm running with this guy, Borzas. He's a new guy. I have not seen him on track in practice at all, so this is his debut performance. He's currently P13, but he's currently on an out lap, so I wonder if he's got anything in the tank. It's always an unknown quantity with these new drivers, so Kebab as well down there, P16. He's struggling to better that time of 1:45, so he is struggling on this track. He's 3 seconds off the P15 pace. Oh, as Borzas actually completely misses Castle and goes into the little alcove, and that is going to cost him a lot of time. He's got to be careful as well, he doesn't get disqualified.
Nico Rosbot across the line here as well. He's gonna finally set a time here. Let's see what it is. It's 1:40.5, so only P8 for Nico. He's of course on those mediums against pretty much everybody else ahead of him with some softs. So
Yeah, he might go for another run as he's running hot lap mode. Oh, he switched it off, so he is backing out of this. P8 for now. May get pushed out of the top 10 spot and get fresh tire allocation for the race, but we'll have to watch that and see. I've got a lot of fans in here. Mehmet TV fans asking for us to show Mehmet on screen, but unfortunately he's in the pits at the minute. I don't know if he's going to get out in time.
Well, he has to go right up. Yeah, I think he's going out now, so maybe we'll see him on track still once more. Yeah, he is going out now. So it's pretty much everybody else going out for their final run.
Yeah, running on board with Isolo at the minute. He's P7 currently, trying to better that time. He's got a fresh pair of softs on here, and he's looking pretty pacey here. It is a very technical track, especially this castle section that's coming up. He is coming up in traffic as well. Hopefully he gets out of his way pretty pronto. Yeah, does indeed. And this is where it's going to count. The braver you are, the more time you will gain, but as you can see, it's squeaky bum time here as he makes his way through, threads his car through that needle, and does so successfully that time. It looked like he kind of didn't have a lot of confidence going through there. I think he's on, it looks like from the inputs he's on pad, would you say?
Possibly. It seems to be a little pointy, those inputs, and he is okay, that didn't really update for me, so I'm not sure what his
Yeah, he went wide on the final corner, so that will cost some time. So
no.
Well, he's still charging ahead here with hot lap mode activated. He's about to cross the line. I don't think this is going to be any better. He's out of DRS already. He's hit the wall as well, so that's not going to help. And he does not improve.
Andre 37.9.
Oh, we have a 37 on the board, so Andre the first to break into the 37, just about a 37.955. Put some top spot for now. Who else is out there that can challenge that? Legend is on a lap, but he is already 3,000s down on his time. Can he make up time?
Not really much yet, so he might still be able to do something here.
Yeah, he needs like 4/10 to get that pole position. He might be able to gain that in Castle if he's brave enough.
Out of Castle there, so we'll see. Looked like very confident through Castle section for me, so maybe he is up on his time. We'll see. The sector 2 split is about to come up here. Ooh, right at the end of the small straight.
Hops right over that curve you were talking about earlier, and makes the car very unstable, but yeah, you can gain a lot of time through there. He just threw the car through, and looks like it's actually benefited him massively.
He might just notch pole position back from Andre here. We'll see. It's gonna be very tight. He was about 3.5 tenths up on his own time, and he's just about that behind Andre.
It's gonna be fast. So we'll see. Let's see, 137.
That's just not enough.
So close, so close.
Yeah, just 2/100ths of a second down.
Mehmet TV is up on his time, 1/10 up, so this could move him up to P2 maybe. If he's able to gain in this last sector sometime, he will be able to put himself in contention for pole for these left right-hander flat out.
3/10 up, so he might do it here.
Yep, Mehmet TV fans will be very happy about this. He is in overtake mode. He activates DRS, and it's flat out to the line, keeping to the left-hand side. Usually gives you a little bit of... Oh, look at that! It's
Sorry, I think his time was at... Sorry, I was looking at it wrong, so it was a 39.1, I think. So yeah, he was actually, yeah, a little bit further off.
Oh, I thought that was going to be polar.
Yep, I was looking at the time wrong as well, so yeah.
Yeah, so
But,
P3
P3 for him anyway.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's good showing. It'll do him well in the race. Micro P then P4. He's retired. Is anyone else on the lap?
JP50 is still coming through the last fast chicane, and he was about 4/10 up on his time, so he might still do something about top 5 here. Let's say. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah,
DRS open.
He'll have to make a big improvement here as he crosses the line, and it's a
third. Wow.
Oh, nicely
Very
done.
good final sector from him.
Yeah, so that pips Mehmet TV, who drops on to 4th then. JP 3rd, Legend P2, Andre P1. I don't think anyone's out there that can beat that. I think everybody's set their time, and that's
right. That is it, I think. So we are finished. I think Legend just has to pit, and then yeah, that is the starting grid we will have for this race. And I think nobody picked up a grid penalty in this session now, so we this should be it.
I think he cut out their eyes, but I was just looking in the chat there. Pretorius, who's a tier 1 driver, he's well known within the community. He's saying his pole lap was a 37.924, so that would have got him
pole here.
Yeah, he still would have got pole here, but that just shows you, like, you know, that this tier 4, they still have fast drivers here. You know, there's a few guys in the 37.
Oh, and we have the tier 2 race winner from yesterday as well, as we said earlier already. So, yep. So Wimpy definitely has his work cut out for him from the back in this race.
Yeah, and Ever Snacks a lot as well. He had a bit of a nightmare session. He'll start at the back as well, so he's putting himself down as a guest driver. And he is very much up for that challenge. Hopefully he gets a bit further in the race.
With a grid penalty, I think. Kebab, yeah. So I think he might. How does this actually work? He's got a 5 grid penalty, but there are 2 guys who didn't set a time before. Oh, anyway, we'll see soon.
Yeah, I think Wimpy might have already gained a position before the start of the race, which we are very happy about.
Can we make it through lap 1 without a safety car? I guess that's the big question here.
No. Yeah, I'll open up the...
Yeah. You were pretty confident in saying that, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually the ones, you know, usually the ones where you're like, there's definitely going to be a safety car, are usually the ones where they don't have safety cars, but I think this is going to have a safety car.
Yeah.
I think it will. Yeah, so we've guys in chat, how many safety cars? I've got Keeper Warrior saying 2 plus 2, so that's 2 safety cars plus, what, 2 virtual safety cars? I guess he's saying. So I'm going to say 3. I'm going to go for 3.
I want to see Keyboard Magnussen as a guest driver, by the way, at some rate.
Yes, Keyboard, PM me which track you excel at, and we will get you into this as a guest driver for one of the tracks. I've got John in chat as well. How come John isn't racing? That's what I want to know. Very much missing you on track today, mate. But here we are. The race is about to get underway. We're on the formation lap, so we'll do our usual rundown. We've got Andre in P1 who beats P2 Legend to pole, which is quite a statement. Legend, as I keep saying, won Tier 2 race yesterday, so he is a fast boy. JP50, P3 in the Force India, and P4 is Mehmet TV.
Yeah, and going down the field, we have the Haas of Micro P in 5th. Cupson, who is a fast guy for sure, I know, starting in 6th in the Toro Rosso, and then we have Jamie and Max rounding up the top 8.
So Isolo P9, Darrow runs out the top 10, and Nico Rosbot down in P11's kind of
pretty tired choice.
Yeah, free tire choice, so it did work out for him, but it's surprising to see him so far down the order. But P12 then is Ignacio, and yeah, just running out the rest of the grid. Then I got Fubar, Sagos, Borzas, Shaka, P16, Wimpy, who is indeed going to be P17, so he's got 2 spots already before the race starts, and Eversnack Slot obviously disqualified from the session there due to an incident in Castle, and Kebab at the very back. So Kebab's he has been struggling to get up to speed. He's a bit off the pace here, so we may see him kind of factor into this race. I imagine he's going to be lapped maybe a couple of times here, so he may factor into the race result here. We never know. Let's see.
Of course, everybody set their time on soft, so they're also starting on that compound, and then everybody behind them from P11 onwards, they are starting on the medium tire. And Nico Rosbot of them, of course, the first guy on the, well, theoretically optimal tire strategy, but we'll see how this race plays out.
Yeah, it's clear skies in Baku, so it's going to be a dry race, and it's going to be a good one, I think. You can see there the top 10 are all on softs, and all remaining drivers are on the medium, so they've got a big split in strategy here from the top 10 to the back of the field. So
Could somebody actually try a two-stopper here as well? So yeah, I guess we're about to find out. The cars are lined up. I'll let you take it away.
Yep, so here we go. The lights are up. We've got 4 lights. It's 5 lights. And the lights out. Are we about to go? We have a pause on the grid, but they are off. And yeah, a lot of wheel spin from the guys, but it looks like Andre gets up to a great start. Legend seals P2, but there is a challenge on P3, Fifi. Oh, and there's some carnage at the back there. Ice.
Oh yeah.
Can you see what's happening there? But up front,
yeah,
Andre maintains the lead.
Yeah, I think Enemy Killer had some contact with another car, and he's around, so he's all the way at the back with wing damage.
Okay, so not Enemy Killer's race there, but Andre up front is commanding this lead right now, but Legend is all over his gearbox for now, and I think, let me just check that actually, position change, no, so JP50, yeah, Max gets a 5-second penalty already for corner cutting. That's on lap 1.
That's for a collision with somebody, and somebody's going very slow down there in the Alfa Romeo. I'm not sure what that is about. Wimpy's up to P12 already.
Wow. So Wimpy with another rocket start, and I'm seeing a yellow flag at sector 2, so most of the
I don't know what happened there at the back. I just saw Fubar, the Alfa Romeo Fubar, going very slowly at the back there. I don't know if he had an illegal overtake or something on somebody, and he was just slowing away, and yeah, it's caused a little bit of havoc at the back. So Max, Fubar, and Darrow 5G have dropped all the way down to the last.
Oh, sector 2 yellow flag.
Is that there's a big? No, never mind.
I think that was actually the second last corner there. I think.
Yeah.
Was it Jammy? Yeah,
it
and
looked
look
like
at
there was a pile up, but then it just started moving.
Yeah, and Whoopi's benefited again from that. He's got himself at the P10 from
P10.
that. Oh, and big crash behind Jammy straight into the wall, and as well, I think was Shaka involved in that?
Yeah, Shaka's lost a piece of his wing.
Yeah.
Sagos leaves the session, so he is probably disconnected or whatever happened there. And Shaka will have to pit for that wing damage, along with Jamie.
And another guy who's profited off that first lap is Ignacio Dose. He's up 6 positions, but the biggest gainer is Wimpy with 7 positions. Sago's back in the session here, but let's find out what's going on up front.
Reminds me of my start last week.
Yeah, he's obviously watched that and studied it and learned your ways.
Yeah, avoid everything, and suddenly you find yourself in P11 or 10 at the end of the first lap. Anyway. Yeah, we're underway. We've got 4 cars at the back who had to pit. So Max, Darrow 5G, Shaka, and Jamie. And Jamie's actually gone off trade in turn 2 into the escape area there. So he's lost some more time there. Yeah.
And I'm watching up front here. So we've got P4 is dropped off P3. So Mehmet TV is dropping back a little bit on JP50 as we're entering into lap 3, which will be when DRS is activated.
Ooh,
Oh, and I saw that Cubzone at the
leans
back,
on the
yeah.
wall there.
I don't know if he got damage from that, but that is not what you want to do in Baku.
Oh, slides away and
Yeah, his
exit curb there on
back
toward the
end looking
final
pretty
straight.
slippery, yeah.
Yeah, Ignacio, I think Ignacio is also, is he carrying wing damage? Am I seeing this right? On the right hand side he might be. It's getting horrendous camera angle, so I can't really check at the moment, but
Oh, and Wimpy's making a move for P9 on Borzas, so it's up to P9 for Wimpy on the long straight, the start finish straight.
Borzas dives into the pits as well.
Yeah, so maybe Borzas had some issue with damage there, but Wimpy up to P9. He's got a Islu behind him, not too far off, but Wimpy into the points already. He's been very happy with this. I wonder if he's actually got any crew chiefs for this one, or is
I think he was asking Gerla to help him out, who brilliantly won the Tier 3 race on Wednesday. So he's getting some race winner guidance today.
Yeah, Keeper Magnuson is saying Wimpy is such a Chad, and right now, yeah, he's in Chad mode.
I'm just checking out here. So Nico Rosbot is also some guy, one of the guys who suffered some sort of wing damage on lap 1. He's got a front right end plate missing on that car. He's trying to get around his Silo here now, who is also carrying the same kind of front wing damage. So yep, Nico Rosbot is up to P10. Carrying a little bit of damage, and I think Wimpy does not have damage. That's what it looks like, so he's catching Zagos pretty rapidly here.
Yeah, he's got the gap down to 1 second. It was 2.5 last time I looked, so he's closing in big time. I know Wimpy, he does love this circuit, but he is very anxious about hitting the wall. And
Chief, we might have a move for the lead here on the main straight, I think, or I don't know if it's a little bit too far back, but we've got DRS this lap anyway.
oh, Cubzone's had an issue as well, so Wimpy's up to P8. But yeah, let's go up front, see what's happening there. I haven't seen much of this action, but yeah,
Legend
Andre
got a very good, Legend got a very good toe on the with DRS on the main straight, but was unable to challenge Andre for now. And these three guys seem to be a little bit in a league of their own at the moment. They've dropped Mehmet TV for about 3 seconds down the road, so yeah, running away with it for now at least.
And every now and again, Legend just pops out to show himself in the wing mirror of Andre, so Andre will be feeling the heat. As you know, there's a huge straight on this track, and if you've got two cars behind you can access DRS, it's very, very tricky to hold them off. It's very hard to break that 1 second DRS range as well, so Andre has his work cut out for him in this one.
And these two guys, Andre and Legend, have been practicing a lot together on the different tracks, so they know each other's tricks on track, and yeah, now they're just trying to find that one one mistake out of each other here.
I see Sonny and Chatty saying that Mehmet TV had the pace, but he got unlucky at the start, was blocked by Legend quite a lot.
Ignacio is one of the surprise guys here. He's up to P5 already, and he's the first guy in top 5 who's or let's say top 10 who is on the mediums there.
And apparently he's running no assist as well, which is great. And
yeah, that's what I've understood as well.
Yeah, so he's made a lot of gains, but look at this here. Wimpy is catching Sagos, but look behind Wimpy and you'll see Nico Rosbot is catching up big time on he's actually going to have DRS here on Wimpy. Is he going to get this moved on?
Wimpy weaving a little ahead of him.
Slight weave there. Yeah. Oh, Ignacio as well. Ignacio up to P5 into turn 1. Let's see what happens with Wimpy.
I think actually Micro P hits the wall there a little on the inside. Yeah, Micro P was trying to get him on the main straight, but was unable to make that move stick, so Ignacio is defending well.
Yeah, and Nico gets past Wimpy, so Nico up to P8. Wimpy moves down to P9, but I think Wimpy right now, if he hangs in the DRS of Nico should bring him right up for this field, because it looks like Nico has some pace in that Renault today.
Even with that wing damage, he's carrying at least, I'm seeing he's missing an end plate on the right hand side there. So it doesn't seem to be troubling him too much.
Yeah, these three running up front here are doing
Yeah,
very well.
half a second between each other, so
I'm surprised Mehmet TV hasn't kind of caught up with these guys as well, but I suppose it's a bit of a DRS trend, so Mehmet TV's losing out on each lap. Oh, Jamie retired from the session, so
oh, where is
what
that?
has happened there? Is that, I think it's in the pits,
I
isn't
think
it?
in the pits, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. So he's just retired the car in the pit lane. And yeah, I was just about to say that it looked like Andre Legend and JP Fifi had just had the pace advantage over anybody else in quali, and that's what they're showing this in the race. Are they pitting now, actually? Yeah, Andre is into the pit, so what is he gonna go on?
Oh, JP50 hit the wall as he entered the pits there, and that will have gotten I definitely got damage from that, I would say. So is he going to get a new wing?
Doesn't look like it.
It was
Wing
quite.
looks intact to me.
Yeah, it was quite the impact there. I wonder if he's just took like light green damage or something.
On two hards already, so yeah, they're definitely gonna try and make it to the end from here. 20 laps, I guess that's doable. Yeah, so
And Nico
theoretically their
Rosbach.
pit stops are they come just out behind Wimpy.
Nico Rosbach gets past Sagos then, so he's actually got out of the DRS range of Wimpy already. And like you're saying,
Nico Rosbach have this good damage with wing damage? This good pace with wing damage.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, he's doing very well with that from wing damage. I wonder if that's helped him a little bit, because I know in certain tracks it's not really that big an impact if you get a wee bit of wing damage, but with all these like they're pretty much 90-degree corners, aren't they? They're pretty straightforward.
There's somebody who's gone straight right there in the castle section. That's Ignacio.
Oh, Ignacio! He's made a big mistake there. He had to bail and go into the alcove, and that's cost him a bunch of time. Is it going to hold up anyone behind him? Thankfully, he gets back on the track without much issue, but he's put himself down in P7 now. He's lost.
I saw it happen. He locked up into coming into the castle section. Had to just drive straight, or he would have gone straight into the wall. So yeah, unlucky for him.
Thomas, who is Bowman, says Jamie rammed into Darrow and lost his wing, so a bit of an incident at the back of the field there, which saw Jamie leave the session. Oh, Ignacio.
Legend into the pits as well.
Legend in the pits, so he's covering off that undercut by the other guys there. Let's see where he comes out. We're running very
look
tight.
Look at this fight on the main straight with Wimpy and these guys. Oh, 3 wide into turn 1 are we gonna go? And Wimpy is actually gonna make this move stick, isn't he? He's actually leading this race right now.
So how did Wimpy get past Nico Rosbach?
I think Nico must have made a mistake there at some point. So Wimpy is now through both Sagos and Nico Rosbach.
Okay, can we say that Wimpy's achieved the last to first challenge? Has he unlocked that achievement, or do we have to?
Yeah, I mean it's the second time in 2 days that Wimpy is leading a race. He was leading yesterday as well, right? For
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So.
He's got a taste for it. But Mehmet TV has dropped out of the session. His car has ghosted, so he's currently P8, and yeah, hopefully he can get back in the session pretty quick.
Do I have him on the list? Yeah, I'll just...
Oh, Sagos runs wide! The corner before Castle there. And that allows Legend to get past there, so...
Oh, and nearly into the wall.
Sketchy stuff here, as there's quite a lot of traffic and at the front of the field here. They're all having to make their way through. They've got a bunch of guys that just hit it.
Legend made the undercut on all of these guys. He's ahead of Andre and JP Fifi by a pretty clear margin now, because they're getting held up behind Zagos.
Yeah, that is a good point.
This has worked out great for Legend.
Legend has his teammate ahead, Nico, so I wonder if Nico's going to move over and let Legend by. I doubt it, but you never know.
And I don't think Nico Rosbach is going to pit yet. He's going to do at least another 3 or 4 laps, I think.
I think he just hit the wall there. It didn't look like a big impact, but that front wing damage.
Let him go now.
Yeah, that front wing damage through that fast chicane is going to be hairy stuff. You have to be very brave to keep your foot down on that pedal.
I'm really happy to see it's Nico Rosbach and his racecraft, because I don't know, he just has the smarts for driving. I was riding on board with him there. He sort of lifted a little before breaking into turn 1, so he doesn't run in the back of his teammate stuff. So really, we have some really good drivers in Tier 4 as well. Just saying that. Legend is right on the back of Wimpy now.
Yeah, just looking at the tires. So Wimpy on those 7-lap old mediums. We've got Legend on these fresh hards. So they're probably pretty comparable right now, I would say. But the mediums are going to fall off, whereas the hards are just going to kind of come more and more into life here. What do you reckon, Wimpy? What lap is he going to pit, you reckon?
So maybe another 2 laps or something like that. We'll see.
Yeah, usually the old
Wimpy.
strategy, you're on the faster tire at the end stint, but
We
then...
have safety car. We have safety car for
Ooh,
something.
safety car.
What is that for?
Oh, is it? It's on the start-finish straight. There's an incident at the pit
Whoa,
wall.
there's 2 cars. So what has happened there? Kebab and Borsas have... Borsas is trying to get to the pit, so... Okay, Whatever happened there? There was 2 cars crashed on the main straight, and now we have a safety car situation. I think Wimpy is gonna pit now. If he's smart, at least.
Yeah, I think he's heading towards it. It looks like he is going to go for the pits. He's going pretty fast though for his delta. I wonder if he hopefully doesn't get a 5-second penalty for speeding under the safety car, but looks like he's
worked out
okay.
Great for Wimpy, hasn't it?
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for him.
Also for Nico Rosberg.
Wimpy going to put these hard tires on then, I imagine.
Yep, and there's pretty much everybody behind them driving into the pit lane as well. Micro P is why? Oh no, he's on the, he's on the fresh.
Oh yeah, Micro
hard.
P
So Wimpy, is he out in P3? Yes. Yeah, so that has worked out wonders for Wimpy. He's picked up like, he picked up like 4 positions there with that pit stop.
He does indeed. He'd be laughing his way to the bank right now. So head down Wimpy. P3, not bad, and that's legit. That's race position here.
Ignacio and Andre at the back who went for mediums. I think that's gonna... Oh, and what's happened to Kebab? He's crashed out on the back straight somewhere. But we have already a safety car, so it's not really gonna do much here in this situation, I suppose. But his car is right there in the middle of the road, I think, on the back straight. Yeah, it's gone now, so yeah, got away with it.
So who is looking good right now? We're thinking Wimpy on the. He's got a 2-lap advantage on these fresh hards over the guys ahead of him. But after this, I would say no one in the top 8 anyway would have to pit. So Mehmet TV, I think Mehmet TV got back into the session. So
yeah, I'm not sure how Ignacio and Andre, who went for the mediums, I think they're gonna be struggling with 16 laps or 17 laps with those mediums till the end of the race. I don't know. I would have gone on the hards definitely.
Yeah, same. It would be the safe option, but maybe they're thinking, well, just roll the dice and see what happens here. Maybe another safety car. Mehmet TV, what's happened there?
Mercedes stopped there. So did Mehmet TV miss that corner?
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage. Mehmet TV has a lot of damage, both end plates. Oh, and Borzas disqualified from session, ignoring yellow flag. I wonder what that's about. But
he was in the safety car queue. And I was kind of wondering what's going to happen with that, because the safety car, or should he, I don't know, do we need to get a message that the lapped cars can, he was lapped and he was between the leaders there behind the safety car.
He's still on track. He's still on track, so...
Yeah, I think the AI is... Is it the AI? I don't know.
Interesting. Mehmet TV.
But I was kind of wondering what can he do there, because the safety car light was not green. I don't know the rules that exactly, so maybe Pretorius or one of those smart boys can educate us in the chat. So what's the rule for that? I think because he was lapped and he was in between the leaders, so yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Got Eversnacks a lot in the pit as well, so I wonder if he's coming in for front wing damage. Oh, is it a drive-through actually? No, he's getting the front wing change. Mehmet TV went on the mediums. Eversnacks a lot putting his softs on, so he's obviously just hoping and praying for a safety car. So we've one safety car so far, 2 off my prediction.
Oh my god, Borzas hits the wall on the back straight but survives. Picks up damage though, so it's just riding on board with him there by chance.
He's gonna have to pit
So he's
again,
gonna.
anyway.
Yeah, and how long are we gonna drive behind the safety car here? Because if you look at the track map here, we have like a bunch of cars that haven't really caught up to this yet. So we have a very spread out field at the moment out there. But I think Borzas didn't get disqualified. What? I think he's still driving there.
Yeah, he's back in the pits again, so he's gonna get front wing change, probably put on a fresh set of boots, and no sign of the safety car coming in yet.
You said he was disqualified, but he is definitely not disqualified from the session. He's still
Yeah,
out there.
I've seen that before though. I remember seeing Keeper Magson came up, he was disqualified, and then he was still in the race, and he finished in the
nothing
points.
at all in the race director either, so I'm not sure what's up with that. I think we're gonna go for another lap, are we? Because you see that there's still Shaka, Darrow 5G, and also Enemy Killer who have yet to catch up to the pack, and then we have Borisas who is almost a lap down. Yeah, we'll see when we actually get going again.
Safety car remains out, so one more lap. This will be a good thing though for the guys on mediums. It'll take care of the tire and give them a bit more life for the race ahead.
Yeah, and I think Ignacio and Andre are now fine to the end from here, because we're only gonna have like 14 or 15 laps of racing with those mediums, so I think they should make it to the end from here now.
There's Max as well, put a fresh set of softs on, so he cannot do, what, 14 laps on the softs here, can you? It's a bit...
Max also goes for the soft, or did you just say that? Sorry.
Yeah, but why are they going for softs? I don't understand this here.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense, does it? Because they're just basically committing to another pit stop. You can't really do more than, I mean, I would say 8 or 9 laps on a stretch on the softs, and you're just gonna get a puncture after that.
Yeah, Sonny pointing out guys who go soft have nothing to lose. So yeah, I think they're just gambling on another safety car. So who knows? Maybe it's the OP strat, but we will not find out for another few laps.
And Borisas is still a minute down the field, so safety car. We'll see what but I don't know if there's sort of a set limit. Tipsy Bob also commenting in the chat. I think Tipsy that the safety car sometimes gets extended for a lap at least. I don't know if it does for multiple laps. We're about to find out, I suppose. But yeah, Borisas is definitely not caught up to the field yet. He's almost half a lap down still.
Philo in chat
approaching
says
the final corners now, and we still don't have so I guess, yep, it's in this lap.
Yep, safety car in this lap. So I was looking for, there is front wing damage happened there. I saw a bit of carbon, and I think it was Ignacio. Yeah, he's got a bit of end plate missing, so he's been caught out already, and we haven't even got a safety car in yet. But I'm riding up front here with Legend as he waits on the safety car peeling into the pits, and he becomes the race leader. Max gets a 5-second penalty as well, severe collision with Shaka, so it's all happening at the back of the field, but Legend is off and running. He's got overtake open, and looks like a pretty good start for him.
Might have a run here for Nico Rosbot. Back out. What happened there at the back? Ignacio, yeah, holds on to that P7.
JP50 gets...
Ignacio once again carrying wing damage.
Yeah, so that was from that collision on the safety car, but we've got JP50 gets past Andre. We've got a yellow flag at the back as well. There's, is that Shaka?
Yeah, I think so.
Shaka's had an issue at the back there, so I don't know if I can see any front wing damage. Yeah, a wee bit of... No, actually no damage there, so he's alright for now, but up front, Legend... He's got a pretty good start here. He's looks like he's pretty much in command of this race from the get-go. And Nico Rosbot's very close on the back of Wimpy though. If they head into Castle.
Flag sector 1, but that's not really for anything at all, so yeah.
Oh, Wimpy almost hitting the entry into Castle. Bit of a heart stopper moment there, and there's action happening at the back.
Massive crash at the back.
Yeah.
Oh, Astillo hit the wall at
Oh,
Castle
it's
section,
Castle.
so-
Yep, big carnage at Castle. I was gonna say a few laps ago that I'm surprised no issues at Castle yet. It's usually the
What?
one.
So what happened there? Because Astillo has now warped like, I don't know, 15 seconds up the road. Is he lagging or what on earth happened? Because I saw his car flying in the air through the castle section, and there was massive carnage, but he's now apparently back on track with no damage at all.
Oh, and there's a big crash with JP50. He must have front wing damage as he tried to make his way through the fast chicane, and he just clattered the wall. And you can see him slowing down here. He's conceding all his positions as he peels into the pit. So he was looking pretty good at the start of this race, but it's all gone wrong for JP50 as he's now P13. Ever Snacksalot joins him in the pits. And look at this, Legend up front has got a 1.2 second gap to P2. Micro P looking good there in P2, but he does have this guy Wimpy, the guest driver for today, on his heels. And he's
Astillo
on
has
fresher
left the
tires.
session. So I think Astillo is lagging really big time here. That's why, sorry, I got a little maybe too enthusiastic about nothing, because he was clearly just desynced and nothing actually happened there. That's what it looked like. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm just following this battle up front for now though. It's got top 5 are running very, very close here. It takes one person to make a small mistake, and it's... Oh, every time they go for Castle,
Let him make a mistake there. Yeah, he did. Because Micro P is right on his tail now.
yeah,
So
and
what's happened to Legend? Oh, and Micro P almost into the wall on the back straight.
yeah, it's a very hard place to overtake there.
Legend has
Oh,
damage as well.
Legend does
He's
have
got
damage.
wing damage on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And Micro P is gonna make a move now. And Legend trying to hang on the outside, and oh my word, are they gonna go too wide into this this final chicane? This is almost surely a recipe of a disaster, but yeah,
Yeah,
they somehow get away with it.
It's tough with damage, as we've seen in the previous laps, but Legend...
Wimpy looking for a move here.
Yeah, but look at this. Legend gets back past Micro P. He was able to make use of... I was going to say DRS, but he didn't have DRS, so it's not activated until this lap, so...
My word.
Ooh. 4 cars through turn 1, and Wimpy runs wide.
Loses it a tiny bit there.
Almost into the wall. I think he might have actually touched the wall a little bit as he tries to go around the outside again. Nico Rosbot up to P3, so Wimpy does lose out of position.
Suddenly Legend is actually in trouble here with that wing damage, and he's covering very hard trying to block Micro P into the wall almost, but
and Wimpy...
just Micro P
Sorry.
are not unable to make a stick.
There's 2 battles here happening simultaneously as Wimpy on Nico. He goes around the outside and inside for the next corner, and he's got that move back, so he's up to P3 again. But yeah, Micro P all over the back of Legend. He knows Legend is injured. He's a wounded animal, and I don't think Micro P is going to put a move on him here. It's super tricky to pass. Oh, Legend goes wide, almost into the wall.
He's got struggling with that damage big time now.
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before Micro P gets through, but Legend doesn't want to give up here without a fight. It's going to be tough. As we said there, he's got front wing damage, and it's just going to hurt him every corner. Ever Snacks a lot in chat is saying, can we stop let players without internet race? And I just want to point out that that makes absolutely no sense. How can you race with no internet? But I get what he says. Yeah, he's basically saying if you have a very bad internet connection, you shouldn't be on the racetrack.
I'm tipsy about asking why is Micro P running an overtake. I think that is
that's
auto ERS for you.
Yeah, that will put him at a massive disadvantage, which further plays...
Wimpy is gonna probably make a move here because Micro P is completely out of ERS, and Wimpy is getting a good slipstream here. Also DRS opened this lap, so Wimpy probably is gonna make this move for P2 now.
Yeah, he opts to go down the inside, even though Micro P had covered that off a little bit. Oh, look at that Legend struggling on the braking in turn 1. Wimpy able to close up massively. Wimpy knows he's got a chance of winning this race right now, but he needs to get past Legend in order to do so.
With that Legend's mishap a couple of laps earlier, slapping his front wing under the wall, he's now under massive pressure. There's six or seven cars behind him that I want to get past him.
Yeah, Micro P, very late on the brakes there in that last corner. Had almost hit Wimpy. Almost. And Cubson as well. Is he trying to... Yeah, he's trying to make a move past Nico Rosbot. I think he's struggling to do so. A bit of frustration. Oh, and there's a bit of contact there as they go side by side in the run down to Castle section. This might get a bit hairy.
Runs his back of him a bit here. I'm almost covering my eyes here because that looks so close. Oh, it's Micro P taps the wall a little on the castle section, but gets away with it. No damage. So much happening right now.
Yeah, and look at that. Legend has got a gap of 1 second to Wimpy, so that kind of sector 2 section, Legend seems pretty strong there, even with the front wing damage. Oh,
I think Wimpy's
and
gonna get DRS here though. He's got it back.
I think Sago's in the background there, clattered the wall. Don't see any front wing damage there, but yeah, Wimpy is too far back for now. He will get DRS, but yeah, 0.8 is the gap for now.
Wimpy needs to do is charge his battery here now. Completely out. Well,
yeah.
Legend is running almost 60%, so...
Yeah, that will cost him. He will need to charge his battery up for sector 2 and the start of sector 3 so he can get maximum mileage on these straights. Mehmet TV and Andre are fighting. Oh, side by side. Bit of a tap there.
Yes. Andre got squeezed out there a little bit and has to yield.
Yeah, Mehmet TV up to P6 for now.
Just a massive DRS train all the way down to P9, I think.
Yeah, 10 laps remaining in this race, so it's all to play for here. Very tight up at the front.
Cups and very sideways there.
Micro P now mounting a challenge on P3. Nico Rodspot. Nico Rodspot is running that front wing damage. Both these Renault guys actually, yeah.
No, yeah. Or maybe did he actually get his wing changed? I don't know.
No, he's still got front wing damage there. I say a bit of end plate is missing. And look at this, Wimpy is closer than ever to Legend. He knows he needs to be fast for this last section. He has stored up some ERS, but not a lot. 25%. Much as Legend got.
Wimpy
Legend
should be running 0 here just to try and
Yep.
He's gonna need it for the main straight to mount the challenge because Legend is still got like 86%, 88% even. So yeah, Legend pretty much has a full battery, so he might be able to fend off Wimpy here.
Yeah, Nico Rosbot on the final corner there. He had to go very wide there, just missed the wall.
Micro P has to lift big time, and
yeah, and Cubzone's getting past him. Oh, and a bit of a contact there, just at the kink. Not a turn, a kink. Pretorius. And Cubzone passed.
Gonna be close, but I think he's gonna have to yield.
Yeah, Nico Rosbach gets passed by 2 cars there in one move. It was Cubzone and Micro P up 1 position each.
Andre's still stuck behind Mehmet TV as well.
Yeah, Wimpy got 9 laps left. He could potentially win this race. I don't want to curse him. I'm kind of.
What Wimpy needs to do here is charge his ERS up. He's gonna need it because if he gets past, Legend might just get him again on the next straight if he's completely out.
Ooh,
oh, and Wimpy almost runs into the back of Legend
almost caught out by that, and yeah, Wimpy needs to be careful.
Cost him DRS. Not quite yet, anyway. So there is a massive battle. Pretty much for the lead of this race, because if you look at the gaps, everybody within from 1st to 8 are within 1 second of each other, and then even Max is pretty close there. But Max definitely has to pit on those softs. There's no way he's gonna get another 10 laps out of them. Another safety car is complete. Definitely not off the cards.
Yeah, especially with. Exactly, especially with all these guys battling so closely here. I think it's only a matter of time before we do see an incident.
I think Wimpy is gonna get overtaken here on the main straight now because he's lost DRS to Legend, and Cubzone is just gonna he's just gonna easily breeze past him here with overtake and DRS. Yeah, and Wimpy can do absolutely nothing about that.
Yeah, if I was crew chief in Wimpy right now, I'd say use this guy to harvest your ERS so you can mount a challenge later in the race.
Doing pretty well on those 14 lap old hards as well.
Yeah, well, I think.
Oh my word! Baby TV is around at the back. Sorry, Chief. I don't know what happened. Was there contact between Andre and him, or whatever happened there? At Mehmet TV is spun out. I can't see because of the camera angles. I think he's not carrying any damage.
Yeah, I don't see any damage on his car, but that's unfortunate for him. I know there's fans who were very vocal in chat there about wanting to see him on screen, but not for that reason.
Andre is carrying damage, so maybe there was some kind of contact. I guess we'll have to see after the race what happened there. But yeah, Meme TV down to P9 now.
Oh, Andre through Castle clips the entree, and I'm surprised he survived that, because usually what happens is you glance off one part.
Exactly, that's what happened to me in 2 SRL. I just bumped from the other side and then to the other side and again, and then I just lost it completely and ended up the wrong way around that castle section. And yeah, I got disqualified there because I couldn't move.
It's awful when it happens. Mehmet TV gets past Max into the final corner. He's up to P8, so he's in damage limitation mode here. He wants to try and claw as many points back as possible.
I think Max's tires are very much done here. He clatters the wall in the last, and Max is actually missing both of his end plates, so I would expect him to pit right about now.
And look at this, Wimpy drops another position, this time to Nico Rosbot. Nico run with that damage, so Wimpy...
Does Wimpy have damage? I don't think so. He's just maybe struggling out there a little bit on those hards.
Yeah, I don't see any damage on his car, but he is struggling for whatever reason. Just can't get back into the flow here. Maybe it is tire related.
And Cobson is now the main challenger for Legend at the moment. Legend been doing a brilliant job, I must say, with that wing damage to defend the lead. Maybe a little, or rather very aggressive at some points, but it looked fair enough to me.
Yeah, but look at this. Cubzone has a lot of ERS at hand, so I'd be surprised if Legend can hold off a charge from Cubzone on the start-finish straight here with Cubzone having so much ERS available to him.
Boris has picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but he's all the way at the back, so that's not gonna have an effect on the points fight for now. Yep, and Cubson, is he gonna get a good enough run here? I think he might be close enough to try something on Legend here. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, we've seen the ERS and DRS combination is very OP, and then you'll have a wee touch of slipstream as well. So I think he has enough here.
Close.
Let's see. It is going to be tight, actually. Yeah.
He has to lift, yeah, because and I think he would have had to really send it if he wanted to make that stick. So wisely maybe choose
Wimpy on Andre
against Andre.
Yeah, Andre got past him by turn 1, but Wimpy got to move back there as Andre run a little touch wide. Max is out of the session as well. I don't know what's happened back there.
Really struggling on those hards out there right now, and I think he's gonna have to let Andre go here as well.
Oh, and there's a big crash. Legend's out. Legend is out.
What has happened there? He's crashed out in turn 3, and
we've got a safety car. We have a safety car. I think what happened there, it's let me see, what turn was that? 3. He just clipped the inside wall, and so I think that was it.
We got a what's happening there? I think he got a sorry. Yeah, let's just go for it, Chief.
Yeah. So do you say Wimpy got a time penalty?
No, I think he just got an illegal overtake there on Andre, so he had to. I was just wondering why he's stopping on the track, but yeah.
Yeah, just check the incident penalties there, because I did see some penalty pop up there. I thought it was Andre.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, I thought Andre maybe showed up there, but Legend is out of this race, so Cubson is now P1. And what have we got? We've got a safety car. Are we going to see anybody think about pitting?
Both of these guys, Wimpy and Andre, both have a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
Oh no, that is going to be terrible, especially with this late safety car. It's going to cost them a lot of positions.
Yeah, so they're going to be all the way at the back, unfortunately, and Cubson and Nico Rosbot are suddenly in the race-winning position here.
Yeah.
That has completely turned this around. I wonder if somebody's gonna pit here. What is Cobson thinking here? He's not gonna drive into the pit lane. neither is Nico Ross, but
Andre
Andre and Wimpy,
is-
but they can't serve the penalty there, so maybe they're... I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, Wimpy stays out, but there is a bunch of guys pitting. Andre, Michael
Yeah, Andre's
P,
fixing his
Sagos,
wing.
Mehmet
Yeah.
TV in the pits as well. So a bunch of
Yeah.
these guys are going to put softs on, but I'm surprised that some of these guys at the back are not pitting. Actually, they are. Dario's pulling into the pits. Izulu is staying out. And
Also a big gift for JP Fifi, who is now up to P4 after that incident earlier in the race, and he was driving quite far away down the field, and he's up to P4 now.
yeah, and
And
he's on
Wimpy still has to serve his penalty ahead of him.
JP50 on those mediums as well. They are 8
Yep.
lap old, but they will have some life in them. Should take them to the end of the race, okay?
Yeah, but Andre is only down to P5 on fresh softs for the last 4 or 5 laps, whatever we're gonna do here. And yeah, I think he's gonna be very, very rapid here at the end of the race.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of action here in the... I think we'll call this one a shootout, as we're probably going to see a safety car.
I'm stupid. Andre has that penalty that he has to serve still.
Yeah,
So
so he...
Meme TV is actually in the best position here, and Micro P with those fresh softs, if they don't have a drive-through.
Yeah, but regardless of that penalty, I mean, Andre's just actually going to spur him on, so we're going to see him charge for the field, or at least be in full attack mode. Borzas in the pits as well there, so a bunch of guys at the back. Pretty much everyone at the back has decided to go on to these softs, roll the dice, why not?
I'd guess we are gonna have 23, 4, 5, 6. I'd guess that we're gonna have 4 laps of racing here at the end.
Yeah, those time penalties are going to be massively detrimental to a lot of these guys' races. I've seen this before where it's like a late safety car, it bunches all the cars up, and a 3-second time penalty or a 5-second one is going to cost you a bunch of positions, unfortunately.
Yeah, and yeah, of course, Wimpy and Andre with the drive-through that they both still have to serve. That's gonna be the end of their, well, let's say hunt for any good positions in this race anyway.
Oh, Wimpy!
Oh my word,
no.
Wimpy.
Yeah, I think I saw that on the stream here. I think I caught that, and I think he went over the
Yeah.
over the curb on the entry. Like he hadn't even turned yet for the corner.
Yeah, the track limits under the safety car.
Yeah,
We've seen this now and again, and well, Wimpy's brilliant race so far has basically crumbled into dust here on the final safety car.
yeah, he will be cursing himself. But I mean, a lot of good stuff to take away from Wimpy. You know, he was up to first.
He's got to race a lot of people, and that's basically what I at least think this whole guest driver seat is about. That you sort of race these guys and then you know, test them out on track.
Cubs on these 18-lap old hards, and so he's they're pretty much the oldest tires out there at the moment. So he is in P1. He is looking pretty good out there, but 18-lap old hards.
He's got 2 safety cars. 2 safety car situations in those, so I think something like 13, 14 laps on actual racing conditions. So he should get them to the end, but he's gonna be under massive pressure from these fresh soft runners at least.
Yeah, and there will not be any other safety cars for this race. We're too late into this one, so it is
We're
a
gonna
final
get a safety car in this lap.
final stint shootout, which is good for us. And all these guys in the red, it's almost like a warning kind of sign.
They're gonna go for another lap.
It looks like it, yeah.
That is boring. So I guess that late pit stop from Boris's last lap is gonna push the safety car for yet another lap, and that's actually the final lap that we can even get a safety car, I guess. So yeah, from then on we'll have 3 laps of hard racing to the end. completely forgotten what's happened in the first half of the race because of all this madness. Maybe I should start making notes. Or taking notes, rather.
I've just noticed a message popped up on, let's see, yeah, in the stream chat. Curly says Wimpy will get disqualified. He won't pit. So, is he going to drive through? Is that what he said?
He's got the drive-through.
Right, so he either serves that at the end of the safety car or else, yeah, he's going to get disqualified. And I think what
I
Curly
think
is
he'll
saying...
have 3 laps, so he can basically drive to the end if he wants, but yeah, he's gonna get disqualified if he doesn't serve it, I guess.
I think Curly is saying that
Or
he...
maybe if you... Or was it that if you sort of finish the race before you have had to serve it, you get a 20-second penalty or something like that, because you got it in... Don't you remember in... I don't remember what league was it? 2 SRL maybe? I don't know. You had it in Spa in some race when I was crew chiefing you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
So we'll see.
Wimpy's just realizing that there's... Even if he does pit, it doesn't matter. He may as well stay out there and have a bit of fun.
And he's got 10-second penalty as well, so...
Yeah,
I think
mean,
he should pit though, because that's kind of the rules, isn't it?
yeah, he should pit, but I mean, we could potentially see a situation where he wins on track and just loses out on penalties. Then maybe that's what he's thinking. He wants to win on track.
Yeah, I guess so, but yeah. Oh well. We're not gonna go into that discussion. Anyway, yes. So we have a penalty and a safety car.
Yeah, safety car lights are off.
Yep.
We have a safety car in this lap. The car is, and he doesn't know he can serve the penalty on the safety car. He cannot. He can serve it once the...
You can serve it now.
When the safety car goes in, which is this lap, so he could potentially serve it right now. But let's ride with Cubzone then, as he becomes the lead car in this race.
No.
And I think he's off already,
It's not a
isn't he?
bit early.
I think he
The
is.
safety car is still out there. Yeah, and he's gonna get held up by the game, isn't he?
Yeah, it's going to slow him down, and we're going to see... Oh, Wimpy is in the pits as well.
Oh, but look at that pack at the back there because of this. Oh, this was a messy restart for sure. And everybody's got like, illegal overtakes on each other there because of this. So he basically did a Jensen. I'm sorry to say that Jensen did this in 2 SRL Monza last season.
We're going to move here. Micro P on Mehmet TV. These guys were fighting before, and they just zoomed past Sagos.
What's happened? Nico Rosberg is completely gone straight there.
Yeah, he lost out big time. Shaka up to P6 as well. That's worth noting. But Sagos got lynched there by these two guys, JP Fifi and Micro P. Micro P is now... Actually, sorry, it was JP Fifi and JP Fifi and Micro P. Up to P3, P4, but Sagos back. Oh, and there's contact. Sagos cuts across the front of Fifi, and that's big damage for Fifi as well as he tries to get his way through Castle section there. I don't
know what happened to Nico Rosberg there.
Nico's out, yeah, and Wimpy might potentially get points in this race if it continues this way. Up front, Cubzone has got a clear lead, 1.3 gap.
God, Ignacio loses it on the back straight. Ah! Oh, and gets hit by enemy killer, so enemy, that's another KO for enemy killer.
No,
Look at that! And they go straight as Andre comes to this.
Oh my word, come on guys, not like this.
Now at the back there.
And poor wee Izolo is just waiting till this all clears up, so... Wimpy, Wimpy gets a 5-second penalty, so that was from that incident. So he gets another 10 penalty.
Just basically a wall on the road. Nobody could go anywhere.
Yeah, that was true Thunderdome material there. But look at this up front. Mehmet TV has made his way up to P2. He's looking super fast on these softs, and Cubzone on these 21 lap old hards is at a. He's very vulnerable here. He may well lose. The race win. Oh, and Mehmet TV touches him. Bit of a love tap there, and I think Mehmet TV is going to go down the inside, and he does indeed. He just has so much life in those tires, and Micro P sends it down the inside of Cubzone as well, and gets past him for the next corner. Cubzone is not looking to give up too much without a fight here, but he can't do it. He's got 21 lap old hards. There's only so much grip in them, and he's down to P3 here. So this race win is falling away from him. So it's between Micro P and Meme TV here.
I'm just having a look. Neither of them have a penalty, so
Meme TV got really wide coming out of the castle there, and Micro P is all over his gearbox, but no passing in this section. I mean, if you go for a pass here, you're likely to end up in the wall. And no DRS as well. I don't think there's going to be a DRS on the final lap either, Ice.
maybe on the final. Is it? Maybe not. Oh, well, and Cobson is very much struggling on grip on those old hards. And yeah, Micro P is... look at that. Is he gonna try and make, but he's gonna run out of ERS on the middle of the straight here.
That's crucial, and we know he's running auto ERS, so that's really gonna mess him up as he's completely
Maybe
drained.
he's gonna be able to defend this.
Yeah, you can just see there that he's not able to get any overspeed on him, and DRS is enabled, so...
So we might have that, you remember from SLR Tier 1, where you got swamped by, I don't remember who it was, Luigi and Tipsy or whatever it was.
Yeah, those two boys, yep, that was not a good day for me.
But I mean, you had nothing to lose there either, so...
I think if Micro P does not win this race, it's really down to auto ERS, because you can see right...
5G pushes!
Oh, and look at these guys, there's about 6 of them trying to make it through these sequence of corners, and there's a lot of carnage. This is true Thunderdome material.
No, it's Andre who's past everybody there.
Shaka as well, yeah, at the back. He's P10 at the minute, so he'll not be too unhappy about that.
Oh my word, that looks dangerous. And 3 wide into that next corner. That's never gonna happen, guys.
Oh
no!
no!
Happen.
Oh no! Oh my word!
That's online lobby stuff right there.
And Shaka's up to P7, so Shaka's like, thank you very much, guys. While you're scrapping, I'll just take... Oh, and look at this. We got this is the final corner they're coming up to. Micro P. He's completely out of ERS. Auto ERS is costing him big time here, but he will have DRS. Is DRS going to be enough to see him get past Meme TV? He'll be running overtake, and he's got... Actually, Meme TV's out of ERS as well, so... It's down to DRS really here. Is DRS going to do it?
He's going to have this, I think. It's not going to be enough.
It's going to be close. Oh yeah, Meme takes it. It looks like it just on the line. Oh, I'm Michael.
What?
Meme TV moves down to P4. So he had a time penalty?
I don't know, or that's a glitch. I will have to have a look at that later, I guess.
We will check that out. But
Shaka across the line in 6th.
Wow, he'll be happy with that.
Yeah, that last lap was very not very good there.
Yeah, Fubar P9, he was in that, heavily involved in that. Isolo looks like he's ghosted, but he's P10 across the line, and Ignacio, actually Darrow G, he's dead somewhere in this last lap. I didn't see that, but he must have died on the
final straight out of the 2 finals. Is Wimpy gonna make one final overtake here, maybe?
Oh, he is indeed on his teammate. Yes.
Or did they? What was that about? DRS or what?
I don't
Sector
know.
3 yellow flag. So Wimpy. Oh. Okay, so let's see some donuts here, Wimpy. Come on. I don't know if he's gonna get our message.
few funny comments in chat. We've got Keeper Markson says my toilet is a bit dirty after this morning dump. This was something else.
There we go.
Sunny as well.
PC might be
Sunny saying this race was about survival.
There we go. We have some donuts on stream. Thank you, Wimpy.
We got one donut. That was enough. Oh, where's a few more? I'll keep us going.
Yeah. Yeah, so, okay, so I'm not sure what actually happened there at the front, because I don't see on Race Director that Meme TV would have had any penalties.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure what that was about.
Well, that sure was an interesting race, if nothing else. plenty of carnage. How many safety cars in? 2 in the end. I don't think we had a
And a
virtual
lap
safety
was
car.
something else. But Meme TV has a 5-second penalty, but he shouldn't be 9 seconds down the road from a 5-second penalty. So because he was the first across the line, wasn't he? So
Yep. We need to
I
do
suppose
some.
we're gonna have to maybe we got Codemasters Tier again.
Yeah, we need to do some post-race dissection. I think we'll have a chat with some of the guys and try to figure out what the hell happened there.
Yeah.
And Pretoria saying, I don't
Well,
know what this.
Meme TV, because he wasn't he disconnected at some points in the race, so
Yeah, he dropped out at one
maybe
point.
we're
Yeah.
seeing this desync glitch there. That he
Yeah.
probably, and I think he's also served that 5-second penalty that is showing there. So well, according to my understanding, he should have won this race.
Let's have a look at the results then. So according to these results, Micro P won that one.
I think it was actually Meme TV, because he
Oh
had
my
this
word.
timing glitch,
If you
and he
can,
had served that 5 seconds as well. So
if you see the results, if you can take a screenshot there, because mine just disappeared.
I did already, yeah.
Good
Yep.
stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll get those posted in the results channel. Yeah. So let's go to the interviews then. We will get to chat with some of these guys. We'll try and get Mehmet TV. I've got some guy, all caps, Mehmet
I'll
TV,
post
real
those
channel.
results and set a disclaimer that we'll have a look at the whatever was this these results. Yeah. Okay.
We've got one guy in Gentleman's Lounge. You're going to move him in now. He was our guest slot driver for the race, and what a race that was for you, my man. I know you were a bit nervous going into it, but Wimpy, just chat to us about that experience. I mean, it looked like it was going all your way up until that last safety car, and then it was all downhill from there. But I mean, a lot of positives to take. I mean, essentially, you did what you were looking to do. You started last, and you were first at one point in the race. So, you've a lot to be proud of. Just tell us from your point of view, how was that for you?
I got disqualified, so what?
Yeah, but I mean,
no,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding, man. I want to pull a Kimi Räikkönen on you, but anyway, no, it was alright, man. I enjoyed the race. Yeah, like you said, everything happened on the right time for me. I don't know. I had a good start between all the wreckage. I got, I think, P8 or 9 in the first lap. And then from there on, I just pushed, and got to where I wanted, and the safety car came at the right time. And then the stupid game with the penalty system screwed me over. Some guy parked it in the middle of the track behind the safety car, and I nearly killed him. I had to swerve to avoid him, and the game gave me a drive-through penalty for that. I don't know why, but apparently it was speeding, but I was within my delta. I don't know. And the second time in turn one with the second safety car, a red, no, it wasn't a Red Bull. I think it was Andrea. Was it? Yeah, it was. So he basically almost parked it in turn one as well, and I had to avoid him, and I went onto the outside curb with two wheels, and I got a 10-second penalty for that. I was like, okay, whatever. My race is over. I'm just gonna drive and till I get disqualified. I don't care anymore. I had enough fun. It was great. I enjoyed myself. Good racing from the guys. They are pretty fast. So the front runners, no joke. They really have some good pace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can definitely agree with you there. I saw it last week as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I tried my ass off, man, and I just couldn't keep up with some of the guys. I mean, if I didn't get that penalties, though, I would have been right up there. I would have had a pretty good chance of either winning or, well, definitely podium at least, I guess. But yeah, thanks to Cody's. I don't know, or maybe my own fault. I don't know. The penalty system is just too sensitive. I don't know.
Yeah, but listen, I think a lot of good stuff to take away from that race. I mean, like I say, you were up to P1 at one point, so you kind of achieved what you hoped to achieve. I mean, you didn't get the race win, but you were up there and looking like you could have challenged for the win. I mean, up until the point you were catching up with Legend. Legend had that front wing damage. Didn't know if you were
Yeah.
aware of that, but that was kind of like your opportunity to strike. I know you had Gerle on your crew chief. Your crew
He
chief and
told
you.
me about him. Yeah, he told me that Legend. No, actually didn't. I saw Legend hitting the wall in the castle section. I saw his in-plate fly, and I told Cooler, "Hey, this is the opportunity. He's got damage. I'm gonna push." And yeah, and then somehow there was another safety car, and it just went all wrong from there.
Yeah,
But
so
well, it is
any
what it is.
any driver, I mean, you cut your way through the field, so you pretty much went wheel to wheel with pretty much everybody out there. Anyone in particular that you were pretty impressed by and think that should be getting moved up to higher tiers?
Oh, there's a couple, man. Andrea, Legend for sure. Memeth, they've also got some good pace, and there's another one. I'm missing a name. Obviously the guy that and obviously Nico Rosbud also got some good pace. I pulled away from him at one stage and he came back at me. But yeah, man, there's a couple of them. They definitely not in tier 4 because you think they're slow. That's definitely not the question. They really got some good pace. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing them up in the higher tiers.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of guys in tier 4 that could potentially move to tier 2. A few for tier
Yeah, for
3, I
sure.
think. The main thing at the minute is just getting seats, really, so the tier 4 is more like a holding cell, where we're keeping these guys until we get some seats available for them in the higher tiers. But there's plenty of competition. I mean, we have a bunch of guys that look very fast out there, and then there's the midfield pack, which are pretty they're able to give us a good show. Although the last few laps of that race were quite messy, especially that last lap. I saw you in the last
Yeah.
lap having to make your way past, I think it was two cars that were like sideways, and
Oh yeah, I went into the back of the McLaren, yeah, after the castle section on the back. I could. It's that fast left-hander that goes
Yeah,
half downhill where you can't see what's coming towards you. You only
yeah.
know
There
when
was
to
a
brake
massive
up in front of you.
roadblock ahead of you.
Exactly, and I saw the one car sideways in the road, and I dodged that car, and then I saw this McLaren, my teammate, standing right next to the wall. He was ghosted, but as I got to him, he didn't ghost, and I went straight into the back of him and broke my wing. So I thought,
yikes.
oh, well, just and the other thing is, I know you guys figured why I didn't stop behind the safety car to serve my drive-through penalty. Is I did it before and it didn't do it, so I changed my tires. So as the car went over the line, started the race, I went straight to the pits. But they didn't just serve me the drive-through penalty. They actually gave
Oh,
me another set of softs. So I went around again, and then Jeff tells me if you don't do that this lap, you're getting disqualified. So I had to go in again. So I ended up doing 4 pit stops, 3 of which I tried to get the 10-second drive-through penalty served, but it didn't work. So that's just stupid. I hope Cody sorts that out in the next
I
new
think
game.
what happened there was that whoever was leading the pack, Kupson or whatever, who he went too early and basically did a Jensen. That's what I'll call him. Call it because Jensen did the same thing in 2 Ezreal last season in Monza, and the safety car wasn't in yet before he already went for it, and everybody got massively held up there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened. I don't
Well,
know.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I tried 3 times. The third time, they eventually let me serve my penalty. But yeah, otherwise it was okay. I had a lot of fun. It was nice racing the guys. I'm quite surprised that I actually did as well as I did. I was afraid of dying, but yeah, pretty impressed. It was a really fun race, man. I enjoyed it.
Excellent. So yeah, just talk about the pressure though leading up to it, because I know Joel has been there before. Ice probably he's an Iceman. He doesn't show any cracks under pressure, but I know like just leading up to this, there's a lot of there is a bit of pressure. It's like you're a higher tier driver, you're driving tier 4. The expectation is that you're just going to blitz everybody. And you
Yeah,
obviously
for sure.
you're worried about like Baku as well. You're worried about like first lap. I just clock the wall and that's my race over, and it looks stupid then.
Yeah. Look, to be honest with you, it wasn't about the walls I was worried about. Like I said last week in the interview um, from Russia, I think. I like to be between the walls. It's I don't know. I just love it. It's just for me. It's better. The walls are there. I can see my limit. That is my limit, right? Um, it was not the walls I was worried about. It was the other drivers I was worried about. I didn't go through the whole field to get where I want to be, And I just saw cars fly in front of me on the first lap. Yeah, if you go back and watch my stream, you'll see what my view looked like on the start. I had to go super slow and nearly parked it on one corner to go zigzag between the wreckage. But Yeah, that was my main concern. But yeah, I was nervous. The pressure was quite high because I knew I had to impress or perform because I need to represent this too, you know. But yeah, it was okay. It wasn't too bad. I'm happy.
Yeah. I think you should be happy about that one. I was pretty. I mean, you at one point it looked like you might win that, and I wasn't expecting that. Like I know you're fast, but it was like legends in here. Andre, there's a lot of super fast guys. So
Yeah.
to see you up at the front there challenging for the win, it was epic, and yeah, very excited. Very exciting race in the end there. So yeah, anything else you want to add before we throw you back into the gentleman's lounge?
No, I just want to say thank you to all the Tier 4 drivers. Not bad, except for all, all the wreckage on turn 1. It was fun racing you guys, and I would definitely consider doing it again on the same track. I will not pick a different track than Baku. Baku, I love it. So, on that note, thank you guys, and
Okay.
bye.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us in the
Cheers.
commentary booth. And a good
Bye bye.
performance from you, man. I'll look forward to watching your stream after this one is done. So, yeah, let's see who else we've got. We've got Legend. We've got Mehmet TV. Andre. I think I'm going to bring Mehmet TV in though. I want to find
Or I
out.
need to AFK a tiny bit here, Chief. So maybe you can take care of the last couple of interviews. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yep.
That's grand.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
that's grand. Yeah, so I'm bringing in Mehmet TV or Mehmet. How are you, sir? You're joining me in the commentary booth. You're live on stream. What a race from you today, sir.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy all around. Really, like I cannot even remember what happened to me. I crashed under the safety car. I did a Grosjean, basically, in the first safety car, and somebody spun me. I don't know. My timing was all wrong. It was crazy. It was weird.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to figure out. I mean, Iceland would probably have a better grasp on it, but he's he's away at the moment. But you crossed the line. You were P1, and then all of a sudden you weren't
Yes.
P1. So what happened there? Did you have a time penalty, or what was happening?
So I had a 5-second time penalty, which was Codemasters because under the safety car, I didn't even touch the car in front, and I got a 5-second penalty for severe collision. That's it. But the weird thing is, I'm behind 9 seconds. I crossed the line first, and I'm behind 9 seconds, but I have a 5-second penalty. And the thing is, I disconnected, and I came back to the game.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just behind the car, and it shows on the timing screen, it shows you're 5 seconds behind. But I can see the car is just like 0.3 seconds, 0.4 seconds in front of me. So after but I had this in another league race this week as well. After I disconnected, like my timing was all over the place. It was wrong, for sure.
Okay, so
So I don't know.
usually those
Yeah.
kind of things, the FIA will take a look at it and remove any kind of weird time penalties or whatever, or try to
Yeah.
figure out, what the truth of the matter is. So if you've had any evidence to support what you're saying
Yeah,
there,
I recorded the race, so I will send you like the timing. Also, I can send the timing thing and the stupid penalty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, those last laps, so what was that like? You had Cubs on those hard. I think they were
Yeah.
18 lap old at one point, just running into the last, after the safety car, and then you had Nico behind you, you had Wimpy, you had a bunch of fast guys. Yeah, what was your thinking there?
Yeah.
Were you just very much like, I can win this. I just need to.
Yeah, I was like my heart was pounding because I never won a league race before. So yeah, and the problem was first I fell behind of Kubzon because softs go off really quickly. I didn't even want to warm them under the safety car because then they go to like 30%, 40% rear wear. So basically, I had really cold tires at the start, and I was falling behind. But then, when my tires started to get some temperature in, I could catch up, and I did a really bold move. It was a bit aggressive, but I think it was fair for the first place.
Yeah, and I mean, like, who do you see as your main competitor in this tier? Because there is a bunch of fast guys like Andre and
Yeah,
John wasn't there today.
I think Andre and Legend is a league above me. Like they're faster than me for sure. I just got lucky to beat them today. But I can say like Mycrop was like on my pace today. He spun me once, by the way, which was not deserved. But yeah, I think Mycrop was on my pace today. I enjoyed racing him, but yeah, I think Legend and Andre, these guys are much faster. I just got lucky today.
Excellent stuff, man. What's your aim in SLR? Are you looking to move up the tier? Are you happy enough in tier 4 for now, or have you got your
Yeah,
sights set somewhere?
yeah, I guess tier 3 would be a fit for me. Hope I can get a promotion soon. I really like this league. I joined like after the outbreak started, and I really enjoy this league. So yeah, it's
Excellent.
really like everybody races fair and everybody is nice, because I've seen other leagues that people are really like not clean and not nice, but this league is really, yeah, like I enjoy racing and it's fun.
Good stuff, man. Well, listen, Wimpy's your man to speak to if you're after a tier 3 seat, and I think, yeah, I don't think there's any seats open at the minute, but as soon as they are open, I mean, if you have your name down and he's aware that you're looking at a seat, he will get you sorted. And
Yeah,
after a performance like that, it'd be hard to deny you a seat. So, yeah, I mean, I would say like Ice isn't here. I would say driver of the day would I would have to say it was yourself, Mehmet TV. You did have a
thank
lot
you.
some
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you'll enjoy watching that stream back. There was a lot of support for you in the chat as well, and at several
yeah,
points.
my friends were there.
Yeah, at several points I was like, oh no, Mehmet TV's out because you disconnected and there's a few other things happened and I saw you dropping down the order.
Yeah,
But next thing, the safety car at the end there just put you back in the game. And
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
solid performance from you, man.
Thank you, man.
Not a problem. We will
Yeah,
hopefully speak to you soon. Hopefully see you in tier 3
yeah,
soon. But if not, I'll be tier 4 again next week. So yeah, we'll
yeah. I'll
hopefully,
be there
yeah,
racing. Yeah,
I'll look forward to it. And yeah, we'll speak to you soon. Okay.
yeah. Bye.
Cheers now. Bye bye. Alrighty then, we have a few other drivers to get to, so I want to speak to Legend. He'll see Legend, yeah, joining us in the commentary booth is Legend himself here. Legend, just want to speak to you a bit. Obviously, the race didn't work out as you planned. It seemed like it was in the bag there for a long time until yeah, until you get that front wing damage. It kind of compromised you a bit. But even with the front wing damage, you were kind of holding in there, and it looked like you might just be able to hold off the attacks from behind. But yeah, obviously you had that incident then that took you out of the race. So just tell us about, just talk us through the race from your point of view. Yeah, I think your mic isn't working, Legend. Yeah, I think your mic's not working at the minute, so I'm gonna move you back into gentlemen's.
Is it okay now?
Oh, yes, I hear you now, Legend. Yeah. So did you hear the question, or you want me to repeat that?
No. I heard it. Yeah. You want me to talk you through the race?
Yeah, just give us it from your,
Just give us it from here.
especially
Especially.
as that front wing damage and then that incident. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, I missed my braking point in the castle section, lost a bit of front wing, then hit the other wall on the left side and damaged the left side a bit. The pace wasn't that bad after I got the damage, like I could follow the guys behind me. But then I missed my turning point in like turn 3 and yeah, just that incident destroyed my race. It was my own fault, yeah.
Yeah, and did you know when you had that front wing damage that the race win was gone then?
Not really. I think I could have won if I didn't do the other mistake. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a nasty track, and you were coming off that win in tier 2 as well, so there was a lot of expectation from you to do well in this one.
Yeah.
But like Baku is Baku, it's a very unforgiving track, and yeah, next time we'll get it next time, eh?
Yeah, of course. I'm just looking forward to the next race.
Yeah, and you're someone that we've marked out for pretty much for tier 1. Or sorry, not tier 1, tier 2. We're just waiting. The problem is trying to get you a seat, because tier 2 is very popular at the minute. So hopefully see you in tier 2 pretty soon, my man. And yeah, we will put this race behind us. You got that race win from yesterday to keep you going, so I'm sure you're still in good spirits after that race. But yeah, thanks very much, mate, for joining us in chat again. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
we shall speak soon. Finally, so Andre's out of the gentleman's lounge, so I'm gonna actually bring in Shaq. So Shakalak, just to give you, give a bit of background, I messaged you at pretty much on the hour, or at the time the race is supposed to start. I messaged you and was like, I saw you were in another game, and I was like, we've got 2 slots available. I wonder if he's up for a race. And as always, you are always up for a race. Anytime I've asked you, you've been like, yeah, sure, let's go. Um, yeah, so I mean, you had no practice. I'm imagining qualifying you were using as a kind of warm up session for the race. Um,
Yeah.
and then the race came. You kind of, you were towards the back of the field for a lot of it. I don't know. We were kind of more following what was happening up front, but then that late safety car came into play. You put on the sauce, and then it was pretty much just avoid the carnage and pick up the pieces. You got yourself a P6 in the bag. So, how you feel overall about that race?
Yeah, man, it was cool. Actually, it's very, very difficult because, like you said, got the call very late, so I didn't even have a setup for this track, to be honest. So I used the practice session to basically watch the onboard of the other guys, see what they are doing, try to figure out the setup real quick. Went out for a lap, basically just a bunker lap. It was horrible. And then I tried to do a second lap, but I was carrying like 8 laps of fuel, so I just went back into the pits. And well, that was qualifying just basically to learn the track real quick.
Yeah.
And the first half of the race, the same. I had a little crash, my fault, lap in the turn one. Crashed Ever spins a lot. Well, he changed names all the time, and so I had damage. Went to change wing and tires. Took the hard, came out, instantly crashed my wing again, even more damage. So went back in, changed to, I believe, softs again, or mediums, I think. I don't remember even. Went back out. I was just about to get lapped, actually, but I could avoid that. And then the first safety car came in, basically saved my ass. So then after the first safety car, I managed to, I pit for hards, managed to close to the field. Then from then on, just try to really avoid. And by then I kind of already learned the track. So I was a little bit more on pace, maybe a little bit more. Then the second safety car was just chaos, man. I got
Yeah.
passed. I got passed at the end of sector 1 by 3 or 4 cars. I just avoided contact by like millimeters, and three turns after, I find a big pile of cars in a corner, all crashed out. I just passed them all. It was incredible, man.
Yeah, I think I caught the tail end of that. I just saw you in the background, just navigating your way through absolute carnage and picking up P7 and then up to P6. So, but
Yeah, exactly.
I,
It
I,
was
I bet
chaos.
in the middle of the race you were thinking like, I'm not ever gonna get points. This is just not happening today. But as you can see, always stay in the race. You never know what's gonna happen, especially Baku and tracks like that where there tends to be a lot of carnage. And
Yeah,
with a safety car, and if you've no penalties or you've less penalties than everyone else, you can pick up a bunch of positions quite easily because everybody's so bunched up together. Um,
yeah, correct.
yeah,
No, man,
so
but honestly, I mean, my mentality is just even if I'm dead last and maybe lapped or whatever, it's never quit. Just keep going, because even if you just do slow laps at the back, it's just practice anyways. Never just always keep going, as long as the car still runs, just keep going.
yeah, that's it exactly. Yeah, and I always think like even if there's some races where you don't see another safety car and you're way at the back, and it feels pretty pointless. But I never take that view. I always think this is race time. I'm getting race experience, even though I'm not fighting for position. I can still work on my pace. I can still work on different aspects of my racing. And it's actually a bit better in that way because you're usually, if you're wide at the back, you're pretty much on your own. So you're kind of racing against yourself, and you see a lot of people kind of just give up. They're like, oh, there's no point. I'm not going to get points, so I'll just retire in the pits or whatever. But I always think stay in it. It's all practice time, you know. And
Yes, exactly. It's really, and especially for example, in at the second half of the race, I was pretty alone at the back, just catching up with the guys in front, and I could see my delta, and I was improving my time. So it's good practice, you keep going, you keep pushing, and see what happens. You see, at the end, I just was lucky, and that worked.
yeah, exactly. Icewind, I see Iceone's back. I think he's back anyway. Is Icewind back?
Should be back.
Hey,
Yes.
there he is.
Hey.
I was just gonna say, Ice, if you have any question or anything you wanna say to Shaq, while we have him in the interview booth here. P6.
I
man?
guess not.
P6.
Good job for just hopping in and racing once again. So.
Yeah, thanks, man. Anytime. I always like to race, so.
Yeah. There's gonna
No
be one
problem.
week where you're gonna race all tiers. You're gonna be the only guy that's ever raced all tiers in 1 week.
Yeah, I never applied T2 because it's they are too fast.
Yeah, well, someday, man. But again, thanks. Great performance from you in the end, and thanks for jumping in there at the last second. Appreciate it. You're always up for a race, and it's good to see that, man. So we'll see you again. It's going to be tier 3, or actually, you might be racing tomorrow in tier 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we'll see what the lineup's like and if there's any space or whatever. But yeah, you might see you have a third race this week in SLR. So keep an eye out for that.
Great, man.
Yep, and we'll speak to you later. I'm sure to do practice later. So I'll see you then. Okay, man. Take it easy.
Okay, man. Thanks.
All the best. Bye bye. Right, and getting to the tail end of the interviews, then I've got Andre. Hello, Andre, sir. We just joined in there. Sorry about that. A bit rude, but just want to get chatting to you about the race. How did it go for you? Looked pretty good for the most part, but I think
no.
Not from your point of view, no.
Nope. Yeah, just battled it in the castle section. Hey, as always.
I think I caught that.
Yeah.
Did you glance off the left-hand side as you entered the castle section?
No, I brake too late. Hard.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. And then I actually don't remember what happened. Yeah, like I went on the mediums. I tried to do some passes. Pretty hard with the DRS train, so not really possible. Always just overshooting in the first corner. But yeah, the first laps were pretty nice, fighting with Legend, kinda.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry
I
about
don't know
that.
if you caught any. No problem. I don't know if you caught the last 3 laps, maybe, or after the safety car. I just did so many overtakes. Like just the lap after, I overtook 2 guys. I was just in his back on the straight, and yeah, I just went for it because it was kind of screwed. P15, and then in the last lap, I just went from P10 to P5, so it's kind of crazy. I don't know what these guys did. They were just crashing all the time. Yeah, also sorry for Legend, he crashed as well.
Yeah,
kind of bad.
Like, just tell us, what position were you in whenever the safety car come out, and what was your thinking then when you saw the safety car? Were you thinking this is a good opportunity for me?
The second one, yeah. Actually, I think you saw the VSC, what happened right there with the penalty. Yeah, that I was like so winning this one. I went on the softs after the thing, but I was in such a good position. If I didn't have it, I nearly won. Yeah, because all the guys in front of me were on hards. That was just easy. Pass them with patience, and yeah. But I just got Codemastered, I guess.
Codemaster.
But fun race anyway.
Yeah, there's
Fun
always
race
that.
anyway.
There's always that Codemaster factor that that surprise element you can never plan for. Every race, good old Codemasters. Yeah, but I mean, it was a lot of positive take from that one for you. Baku though.
Thank you.
Baku, it's a tough track, like, you know, to get through. So even getting to the finish line in itself is an achievement.
Yeah, I was in voice chat with Everett, Snacks, and Legend, and all of us are in the tier 2 waiting list, and we were like, nope, we are not getting in it today. All of us just crashed so badly, and I kind of escaped from.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
especially the last couple of laps there. It was a shootout onto the safety car. Everybody was just going for it, and a lot of carnage there. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one to watch back for you. Especially after that
Sure.
last safety car. It was
Yeah.
pretty entertaining for us. But yeah, you're one of the guys that is basically, you know, you're pretty much on the waiting list for a tier 2 seat. So whenever one comes up, we will give you a shout because I think you're, you know, definitely one
Thank
we've
you.
marked out for tier 2. I think you'll fit in pretty well up there. But till then, it'll be tier 4. So,
Yeah.
what track are you hoping for
Uh,
next? You any particulars you're looking out for?
Monaco, of course.
Hey.
It's one of my best tracks in the time trial, but in the race I'm not so sure because I have a problems with walls. I just tend to go into them. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. And then once you hit
Yeah.
one wall, it's like you want to hit all the walls, and apparently it's just downhill from there. But yeah, Andre, thanks very much for joining us in chat, man. It was a good race
Yeah.
from you
Thank you so.
overall. Didn't work
Yeah.
out your
I
way,
guess.
but yeah, like I say, a lot of positive take from it. We're looking forward to seeing you next week then, okay, and hopefully tier 2 soon enough. So we will move you back into gentleman's
Yeah.
lounge.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Bye.
Thanks again, Matt.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye bye. All right, and last but not least is Ever Spins a Lot. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay, I'd say. Not the best after that race. Bit confused what happened, but pretty okay, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, qualifying initially didn't go your way. Were you just pushing too hard or whatever, or was the castle just caught you out, or what happened there?
Yeah, I was in Castle and I was pushing as hard as I could. I was just trying to see how I compared to the other drivers and pushed a bit too hard and just hit the wall slightly and I was completely gone.
Yeah, been there, done that many times. But then in the race, you obviously started pretty much at the very back. Made your way through, made a few positions, but then you got the safety cars coming out, a lot of different incidents and stuff. So, just tell like what you can remember of the race, and then you know that final safety car came out, and there's a final shootout. Were you hoping then to pick up some points from that?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mess. My tire strategy, I don't know if you saw it, was medium, medium, hard, soft, hard, soft. So
The
you
OP
can probably
strat,
tell
yeah.
from that how my race went. Um, yeah, I had wing damage a few times. Had some trouble with some other drivers. Even right at the start, I had somebody run into the back of me. Couldn't do much there. But then, yeah, I came back a little. Mostly as other drivers were just crashing around me. And my tire strategy actually helped me because I was on the softer tires at the right moment. And so I also had the softs at the very end when the last safety car restart was. But then for some reason the bot car of I don't remember his name, the Haas, who was just lagging around everywhere. His bot was just stopping right before the start and finish line, so everybody behind him had to stop as well, so we wouldn't get illegal overtakes.
Right.
For some reason, Shaka could just go right through. Shaka just overtook everybody. Yeah, so that didn't go too well either. Then after that, it was going okay. I was catching up to the cars in front of me, but then somebody else, I believe it was Ignacio, crashed somewhere on the straight and came back onto the track. So I crashed into him, had red wing damage, I believe, and then I decided that the race was over for me.
Yeah, on to the next one. So, you know, the way we do the track votes for tier 4. Is there any tracks that you're particularly looking forward to coming up, or ones that you want to see come up next?
Oh, absolutely. I've already told the other guys to vote for Hungary because I don't have a vote myself.
mostly just because I love the flow of Hungary. It's just so fun for me. And also the other guys were trying to vote for Monaco, and I really don't want that track.
Yikes.
It would probably be worse than Azerbaijan.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. What about Canada? I have in my head that you're good at Canada.
I'm really good at Canada. I love Canada. Been beating online lobbies forever there. Maybe that doesn't mean too much. But yeah, I really love driving around Canada. I'm pretty good at avoiding the time penalties on the chicanes as well. So I think if you do go to Canada, that might be a good idea for me as well.
Yeah, it would be good to see you perform well. I think you're capable of getting a good result, but I think this consistency is the thing for you. But
Yeah.
I have raced at you at Canada, and you've got the upper hand there, I think. So it'd be interesting to see how you do if it does come up. But Hungary as well, interesting track, yeah, because not much opportunity for overtaking, but it's a very technical kind of track, but yeah, a lot of drivers do tend to like that one, and who knows which one will come up next. Personally, I think I'd like to see France come up, and yeah, I see the track vote is just literally just gone up there. So anyone listening, make sure you vote for France, because there might be a special guest driver for that one. Anyway, yeah. So Ever spins a lot. Ever changes his names a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to chat to you, man, and hopefully we'll see you again in Tier 4 next week. We never
All right.
know.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. We'll move you back into gentleman's lounge, and I think that pretty much wraps up the stream for today. It was pretty entertaining race from our point of view. One of those ones that when you look back, it's a bit of a blur. So might have to watch the race back just to
Remember
understand.
anything except the carnage on the final lap?
Yeah, there was a few images. Like I think someone posted an image there where it was like free wide, and yeah, that did not work out well. We caught that one on stream. Just looking at the track vote actually, and the most votes so far are for Mexico. So it looks like they might be thinking about aligning with the other tiers, which I think is probably an interesting thing to do. You know, it means like all the practice sessions basically line up then. Might make more sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Mexico could be next in Tier 4, but we'll not know. It's a 24-hour vote, so we'll stay posted on that one. Tomorrow we have Tier 1 SLR, the big one. It's Japan. Myself, Ice, will be on track for that one, hopefully anyway. Ice, you've shown some extraordinary pace in Japan, even if you will not admit it yourself, but everybody else is pretty impressed with your pace around this track, so I'm expecting big things from you. Potentially,
Hugo, Copy, Jensen, Julie, and Danny, they're gonna be half a second ahead of me, so.
Yeah, well, we will
it's
see.
Just what it is.
I personally would not be surprised if you win tomorrow, but yeah, it's gonna come down.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen unless we get some race where everybody just trolls. So.
No, what you're gonna do? You're gonna put hards on and quali, go out, just do one lap. It'll be pole. No one will be able to beat it, and then you just ride off into the sunset during the race, and everybody just bows down. The Ice win, and you finally admit that you are actually not too bad at this game. That's my dream anyway for tomorrow.
Just see that is not gonna happen. So.
Well, you never know. Tune in tomorrow to find out. And you got 2 SRL. They've got both tiers race on Sunday, and then it's back to the grind for next week, which will be Mexico for SLR and 2 SRL. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Lots of action still to come up, and for us, for now, that's it. We're done. Ice, unless you have anything else you want to say, I think that's us signing off for tonight. So thanks for everybody for watching. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.